This video is dedicated to stringing, in other words, adjusting your string length to fit your style. I'm going to put together what I've learned from you guys and what I have observed for myself. First of all, I'm going to explain our measuring method. Then I'll demonstrate what does it look like when the string is too long or too short and what the consequences are. Well, I did say our method, but it was heavily inspired by Weston Hamilton's brilliant picture. Thanks for that. We adjusted it to be used for monkey fist beglery, and whether you're doing your DIY set or you're leaving the work on us professionals, this should give you the basic idea how long the string should be for your first beglery. All you need is peace of chord. Preferably 550 paracord. Approximately 1 feet or 30 centimeters of it should be enough. So just make a simple knot on one end like this and pinch it right here. Now keep your fingers straightened and bring it overhand like this and cover this crease on your pinky finger. Now do another knot like this. Take your time and adjust the knot so the top of it is in the same line as the edge of your pinky finger. So the top of the bead is in the same line as the edge of your pinky finger while it still covers this crease. Now, when I release the string, it's possible it will come up a bit like this, so make sure you first straighten the string, then do the knot and then adjust it. Let's try some basic movements, like wrap or springs. I'll give you a few examples. First, when performing wrap down, it's gonna be fine most of the time, but when you turn it on the other side, up, like this, and the string is too short, bead tends to fall off your fingers like this, even if you compensate for it by tilting your palm up. So that's one thing to look for. Second example, spring. Start from mid grip, do a full wrap around point finger like this, and pinch it in fakie. You should be able to comfortably stay in the playing zone, which is between those two creases. I'm not trying to say what the perfect length is, I'm just trying to give you as many clues as possible for you to be able to actually discover what do you want, and then you will get your perfect anything. Now let's see what happens if we move the whole thing closer to the palm. It's gonna feel too short, right? We have two options here. Make the string longer or move it closer to the fingertips. On the other hand, the closer you move it to the fingertips, the longer would the string feel. I'm trying to say that the feeling, how long it is, it's subjective. It changes depending on which part of finger are you playing on at the particular moment. It's because fingers are slightly conically shaped. So you can compensate for it by changing the string position and finger spreading or sticking them more together. Eventually you will learn to stay more or less in the usual playing area, or simply the one you desire. I'm gonna demonstrate right here with this set that fits me perfectly. Some people like to sling almost at their fingertips, and some people like to sling closer to the palm, because especially at the beginnings they feel it's more controllable. Honestly, I started like this, near the palm, then eventually I moved here. That's why I recommend this middle setup, because I believe it will help you find your preferences. One more thing I'd like to mention, the limits, because even when playing Beglery, you're moving from one extreme to another, finding some kind of balance. So if you make the string too short, it becomes a knucklebone. It's not a Beglery anymore. And when the string is too long, let's see the spring position, and the wrapped beat is going tingelingy bim bam like this. That indicates the string is too long. What does it mean for us? Well, I'd say it makes the difference between playable and not playable, because let's stay in the spring position. When you during the wrap, when you spread your fingers like this, you can see this beat is sitting on the point finger, and it's very comfortable to release this beat from mid grip and do an aerial, for example. On the other hand, when I try to do it with this kind of long string, it's almost impossible to be able to sit the beat on the point finger, and it doesn't feel comfortable at all. Did I forget about the short game? Nope, I didn't. I just didn't want to mix it up altogether. So if you find the short game tempting, here's my method how to get the shortest possible setup. I mean, the shortest setup before it becomes a knucklebone. It's the edge of insanity. You might want to add a centimeter or two. So start right here in high grip, let's say at the beginning of a high grip, and bring it over ring finger like this to the end of a fakey mid grip. Then do a simple knot and adjust it to fit well. This setup still allows to do some tiny rebounds, minimalistic repeaters, even a roll. So it's meant for subtle and easygoing kind of game. Well, that's it. I hope it was understandable, precise. I hope it makes sense to you. Let me know if it doesn't. Pass it to the others if it does. And keep slinging.